Manisha Priyam, if you could come in on that, on the women vote and the sort of history, the legacy that Nitish Kumar has built amongst women voters, right from the cycle scheme, I think that was the mid-2000s, to now this, well, everyone's now announcing, it's become a thing, right, before Maharashtra, etc., announcing these sort of financial packages for women.
Yeah. Right. 2005 and 6, when Nitish Kumar came to power, he's never had that appeal and in getting the mass elected. But he was committed to changing Bihar for the better. And his erstwhile education secretary, M.M. Jha, who had some role in getting him to Oxford and a PhD in education, he went over to Andhra Pradesh, learned the model, came and apologized to the court. The court was what was giving the tag of Jungle Raj to the Lalu Prasad Yadav regime and others from his family who were the chief minister then. And it was largely on what is known as teacher bharti. And the world's largest vacancies of teachers was in Bihar. Now Nitish Kumar bridges all that, gets Shanta Sinha's team there. And that's when he realizes if he gets the girls into school, he resolves the problem. And that's when he begins this hand-holding, this dialoguing with families. He goes over to districts. The chief minister locates himself in districts of Bihar. It wasn't just the cycles. And then he begins this famous cycle scheme. Now, together with the road construction scheme, suddenly in the next decade or so, you could see in my state, girls on cycles in rural roads. Now, 10 years down the line, that translated...
And school enrollments went
yes,
down,
if you get girls in...
And dropout rate for girls...
and he stopped something called alternative schooling or non-formal schooling. You could see women having chart in rural area bazaars, and I think that was a real transformation. I'd also like to add here that the performance of the JDU and Nitish Kumar in 2020, by then the BJP had become a strong critic of him. And that is something that he's managed. After 2022, no criticism of Nitish Kumar. So the one point where he lost was because his own erstwhile allies were against him. And you could see the slight that he got from Chirag Paswan was actually a backdoor maneuvering within the Gathbandhan itself that stops. But that doesn't mean that he didn't focus on governance. Even from 2020 until now, even though he's had poor health.
Just to take on what you said about cycles, we used to cover him at that time. And the brilliant thing about it was, that really showed his acumen. He didn't give a cycle, he gave cash. And we asked him, but you know that cash, he said, no, if I give cycles, there'll be a bidding, there'll be corruption, who will supply the cycles? I'll give cash and there'll be a lot of social pressure. And sure enough, every family who got the money gave a cycle to their daughter. Gave cash, much less corruption.
And can I just add just half a line to this? Bihar was the only state perhaps in India that didn't serve a midday meal to its own children. Now that's where he gets in what are known as Rasoiya Dedis. So mothers come in and the school becomes a site of care for young ones. So I think it's that relationship with the care economy that somewhat feminizes local state administration.